Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruchak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, a great millstone for teaching this truth. And peace and salutations to all the Yakim out there, kicking this word in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Shlakia. Now, I'm returning to the Psalms 91 series, the protection series, with another prayer. And this prayer is to help the Akim, the Akwath out there, protect yourself from the wicked devices, Esau's wicked devices. Now, the word device, here in the scripture here, I'm at Job 5 and 12. I'll just read the scripture off before I get to the word. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their expertise. Now that's getting into how the Most High disappoints the crafty from exercising their devices. And that word device comes from the Hebrew word machashaba. Machashaba. And it means to have a thought, kind of a thought against, or to plan, or to have a purpose. And if you look it up, the word device, you could also find the word to plot, essentially, to plot against someone or something. So this whole system essentially is a device to keep Jake tripped up, to keep him locked up, to get him pulled over and arrested. They're profiling us when we drive. They profile us when we walk down the street. I just saw a video this morning, actually, where a young Jake, I believe at Issachar, was jogging next to a sheriff, and the sheriff stopped him and said he looked like someone, or he fits a description of someone who had just committed a crime nearby. So there's all these. The whole system is essentially a device to keep us tripped up. And the system's it's not just against Jake, it's against the men in general now. The system is really kind of turning on men, but of course, us Jakes, we get the worst of it, So, we got the system as a device we got to worry about all the time. And then there's the things in the system that are meant to poison us, meant to poison our mind, to keep our spirits and energy low. And this is the food, the chemtrails, the water. They're putting fluoride and all sorts of other chemicals in the water, GMO foods, it's causing all sorts of diseases, and we're not even getting that much nutrition from these foods anymore. Slocky about those sirens there. And then the chemtrails, that's a whole nother topic. What's in these chemtrails, all the metals, the nanotechnology that's getting in our body and doing all sorts of wicked things to our bodies. These are all a lot of the devices that we need to protect ourselves against. And then going even into the media, the music, the shows we watch. You got to be careful with these shows out there and the music you listen to, especially the music. A lot of these new rappers, and I pray none of you Akim out there listening to some of these guys with the dyed hair, and I don't even know some of their names. A lot of them start with the prefix little something. Garbage, man. And there's all sorts of demonic energy and propaganda in this music. And then also in the movies, when you're watching these movies and shows, you got to use discretion and make sure that you're not being programmed up. Make sure you're not taking it in as some sort of truth. You're just observing, and like I said, using that discretion to make sure that you're not being taken by the Esau's devices of the propaganda and mind control and programming inside the media. So, and a lot of this is witchcraft. We have the technology, or they have the technology that they're using against us, but this technology ties directly into Esau's witchcraft. The media, the programming, and the propaganda and the media, that's witchcraft. How they use the technology, all witchcraft. And then even, we got to go out into the world. We got to deal with people. We got our jobs. We gotta hold our tongues. Be careful who we share this truth with, and what we're all about, because the people, they project all these kind of these negative energies onto us, and this is Esau's devices too. It's the whole land is polluted, and everyone's either asleep or full of wickedness, or try to pull something over on us. So let me jump into a scripture here, and then I'll jump right into that prayer, get a couple of more scriptures, and then we'll call it that. I want to get rid of this video here. Okay. So we're going to Psalms 37 and 7. And it says, "Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass." And that's Esau, constantly trying to bring these wicked devices to hold our spirits down, to keep us from achieving the kingdom, to keep us from being part of the elect and part of the 1/3, the remnant. "Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil." So don't let these devices bother you. Don't get angry. Don't get fearful. Don't get anxious. Just protect yourself against them. And this is what this video is all about, is to give you a tool to be able to protect yourself. Throw up a prayer to protect yourself from Esau's devices, and let the Lord handle it for you, and not get caught up in it. Don't get caught up when people are trying to throw things at you, and they're trying to shame you. Whatever they're doing to try to lower your spirit, we got to keep our spirits high, because this is the end game right now. We're in the final seconds of this thing right here. So I'm gonna end this here, then pop up the prayer, and then maybe a couple more scriptures, and we'll call it a close. All right. The prayer to be delivered from the fear of the enemy and the enemy's devices. So in the Hebrew first, Baba Kasha, Hataza Yalya, Mayan, Walra, Slacha, Yara, Shah, Ayab Yam Nawa, Wa Mahasha Bama. Again, Baba Kasha, Hataza Yalya, Mayan, Yara, Shah, Ayab Yam Nawa. That's kind of a challenging one. I'll go a little slower with that one. Ayab Yam Nawa, Wa Mahashabama. So that's please deliver me from fear of enemies and devices. So throw this prayer up when you think you're having problems dealing with some sort of attack. You have the fear that you're being assaulted, whether it's through the media, through technology, chemtrails. Just it's good to throw this prayer up every now and then, just to protect yourself. and to keep that fear of the enemy at bay, because we only want to fear Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, and not fear the enemy's devices. So I'm going to pull up another scripture here and call it a close. All right. I'm going to start at Psalms 64 and 2. 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. So even the words of the enemy they can be considered a weapon and a device to be used against us. So, and that's when people, like I said, they're shaming you, they're making you feel bad for being in this truth. They're saying you're crazy and the world's not coming to an end, and they just want you to try to feel bad about the work you're doing in this truth. Don't let these devices take you. Reading on, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? So they're with their devices. They try to trap us up. They try to set snares for us, and that's like the food and the water and all these things that they're polluting intentionally. These are some of these traps. And it's hard to get away from that, of course, but while we're in this world, we got to do the best we can to deal with this and protect ourselves from it. So if you can avoid it, this is where this prayer comes in handy. So reading on, they search out iniquities and accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall all that see them shall flee away. So this is they'll get trapped eventually when this kingdom starts to fall. When we see the final curtain falling, they're going to get trapped in their own devices. So in the meantime, Akim out there, just stay safe out there. Watch out for these devices. Keep throwing your prayers up. Pray and fast continually. Pray and fast. Pray and fast. That's all I got for now. Until the next. Shalom.